today, we're not going to talk about cover drives and coaching manuals. We're going to talk about pressure. We're going to talk about self-doubt. We're going to talk about what happens in a cricketer's mind when millions of people are watching and one mistake can change everything. Our guest has seen the Indian cricket team from the dressing room, the dugout, the selection table, and the coaching staff. Let's get into conversations that cricket fans usually don't get to hear. It is my honor to welcome Mr. Sanjay Bangar onto the BK show. Welcome, sir, and I really appreciate your time. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm looking forward to the interaction, and I'm so happy that a young guy like you has taken this opportunity to put this all together.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And sir, we've seen all the scorecards, the highlights, coaching milestones, and records. The whole internet knows you as Sanjay Bangar, the cricketer coach. But who is Sanjay Bangar that the internet doesn't know?
I think it's got to be the person because, yes, we are fortunate that our careers are basically played out in terms of the life in under the limelight, so to say. But apart from that, I guess that everybody in their own walks of life do some good work, some remarkable work. They try and contribute to the society as well. So in that sense, I'm doing my own little bit in terms of giving back to the game, which has given me so much.
That is really good to hear. So let me start with the question which I think is relevant to us youth cricketers. When you're seeing a youth cricketer in the nets for the very first time, what are some signs that make you think that this kid has something special?
The ability to hit the ball, because that is something that you generally want to have an eye on, because all other things can be developed over time. But just to see that some kid who may have a little bit extra in terms of that instinct to hit the ball as well as he could is something that I always look for in a younger player. And as far as the other players go, some players take time to develop. Some players, because of their sheer grit and determination, they find a way to succeed and they find a way to be quite effective. So it's not necessarily purely the talent part, but also how a person can carve out something out of the ability that one possesses.
So in your experience, is mental toughness and that competitive aggressiveness something that people are naturally born with, or is it a skill that can be developed over time? And for players that have the technique and the ability, but they lack that edge, resilience, killer instinct, what practical steps can they take to build those qualities?
It's an interesting one. See, number one is physical skill and mental skill go hand in hand. One can't do without the other. But if you do possess the inclination to develop mental toughness, I think it all boils down to the thought process, the challenges that you set for yourselves. And if you are on the lookout of getting better in terms of your attitude, in terms of your approach, then certainly mental skills can be acquired even at an older stage. So there's no end to learning. Every day you try and learn something new. So I do believe that mental skills can be developed over a period of time with the right company, with the right environment, with the right mentor. And as far as the other part goes, about you being open to learning and how well you can cope up and accelerate the growth of your own individual game. So I think one of the challenges that kids in USA face who are wanting to take up cricket as a sport is the lack of avenues of playing on natural wickets. In terms of a lot of cricket is being played on astroturfs here. We do understand that there are challenges of the climate, but if you do get exposure and try and get some overseas experiences of playing maybe in the subcontinent or even in England or in Australian conditions, I do believe that that can accelerate your growth. It can help you cope up better because once you do something on the field of play, that gives you great confidence. So to have that confidence going out into any game is extremely critical for the player to perform at his best.
So, as you know, over the past couple of ICC championships, USA Cricket has done a phenomenal job. Our goal is to play cricket at the highest level and take USA Cricket closer to those trophies. So, I want to know, what is your assessment on cricket in the US and what can we do to make that happen? What is the missing ingredient in the recipe?
See, for starters, I think there is enormous interest in cricket, and the interest is generated because of the footprint of the Indian diaspora that we have in this country, and that has actually taken the sport to a different level as compared to what it was maybe 10 years ago. Because I've been here to this country on a couple of occasions, so I clearly sense that the growth trajectory is now on a steeper curve, and that's always encouraging because when you have the numbers, then organizations and associations do sit up and take notice of it. So for me, what is needed is extension of the infrastructure. At the moment, it is limited to a couple of clubs providing the infrastructure, but with time, if the state does get involved and try and provide world-class facilities, which if the association in USA desires, they can do it pretty quickly because they have access to all the resources. So that would be a great thing for the development of the sport in the United States.
So, again, you said that, cricket is a growing interest in the USA, but there are still a lot of unknowns for us at the moment. So if you can shed a light on the pathway for USA cricketers to play in major leagues such as IPL, Big Bash, etc., as you have lived that life yourself.
I think the thought process has to be right because if your ultimate aim is only to play league cricket, then I would say that is a false start. So you'll have to recalibrate a little bit and try and focus on getting better at the longer format of the game, which may not necessarily excite the younger players, but that is where the game starts. So if you can probably make an attempt and have those interactions with the people who are the decision makers, that why not play two-day cricket for starters, because that actually tests your skills as a starting point. So if you start from there, say starting with two-day cricket and then coming to 50-over cricket and then the T20 format of the game, which is very, very exciting, no doubt. But the key to succeed in T20 cricket lies in how well you play the longer format of the game, because it teaches you a lot in terms of what are the challenges that you have to overcome, what are the skill sets that you have to improve upon. So those are certain things that I would suggest that would be the right pathway for the younger players to develop.
That's really cool, and I'll remember every word of yours. And whenever I'm in doubt or whenever I need a push, I'll definitely refer back to this video. So, sir, enough of the defensive shots, and let's take the aerial route of this podcast. And let's spice things up with a little quick but fun rapid fire. You ready?
Sure.
So, what is one cricket skill that is disappearing?
Leaving the ball outside off stump.
Have you ever deliberately targeted a batsman mentally before bowling starts?
Yes, you too try and play mind games, try and disturb the concentration, though that has happened at the first class level.
And is there one sign that you can tell when a batter is mentally beaten before he's actually out and in the pavilion?
Yeah, I think that old adage of fake it till you make it is clearly seen in the body language of a lot of confident players. So even if some players are not feeling at their best, but they do fake the confidence, which I believe on the field of play is necessary.
Man, so thank you so much, sir, and I really appreciate you coming here. So, as you can see, with Mr. Sanjay Bangar's experiences, every cricketer has a story. Some stories can be written through scorebooks, while other stories can be written through the lives they inspire. And today, we're very fortunate to hear one of those stories. Thank you so much once again, Mr. Bangar, for coming on to the BK Show. And again, this is the BK Show, where cricket goes beyond the boundaries. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and catch you guys in the next episode.